Well, hello to the viewing audience. I don't know why I'm almost stuttering there. Turning on my computer, so that's why the second screen here is blue and whatnot. So, um, this is a completely screw you, computer. This is a completely random stream that I'm just doing because I can and because I feel like it. Okay. Close OBS out. There we go. Close this out. Close that out. Okay. All right. This time it could be different. Okay. So, I've seen some stuff related to Janito as of recently. And, well, I don't give a shit about her because clearly I don't want to give a flying fuck about her anymore. I heard some stuff about Janito that I kind of want to bring up because why not? I'm just pulling up chat for over here so that way I can actually look at chat while I'm doing some stuff. But I'm just gonna send the stream. I'm gonna just send the YouTube link to a couple of my friends, so that way they can watch it and hear what I have to say about what I'm about to talk about, and if they want to, basically argue with what I have to say. Well, not argue, but like basically just talk about what I'm gonna be saying. Then it's whatever. Hey, hello. Okay, filter all chat. Okay, hello Honda Daily or Joel or whatever, however you want to be called. Okay, so uh, about Janito. Yeah, I heard some stuff about her that have been recently brought to light. Um, I don't know why she got brought up, like, as of recently, because clearly the woman hasn't been talked about in, like, days, or not even days, like, I'd say weeks, maybe even months. Uh, but, Chris, also known as Spino Gamer, basically, like, just mentions Janito because, I guess that's what he wanted to do. But then after when Chris was doing his stream, Aiden did a stream, also known as Alright Aiden, or the guy that I went after. Both Aiden and Chris did a stream on Janito, and and as far as I know, Janito has not said anything. Like, if I look up Janito Gaming, here we go. If I look her up, on her main channel, there's not really much in the last week. In the last week, there's not been much on her community posts, nor on videos. I don't know if she deleted anything. I don't know if she said anything. But if she did, then it's probably been taken down. But then Suits actually said something way before Chris did anything. Or right before Chris even said anything. It's like, I don't know if... Yeah, Suits made posts on Janito. Like this one that's still up. So let me just read it off. It says, my message about Janito. So you, Janito, are having a conversation towards Brendan when all Brendan does is run away every time people criticize him. So, Janito, in my opinion, that you, Janito, choosing to take advice from Brendan is absolutely laughable because Brendan is not the definition of what a man is when he runs away from criticism. Basically, that Suits insulting Brendan. And Brendan is actually still incognito because if I look on my channel, I'm gonna look on my channel because I have Brendan still tagged. On my posts. So if I scroll down a little bit. Yeah, here we go. Atypical PC. Yeah. If we look, Brendan is still incognito. And he lost another subscriber. He was at 40 the last time I checked. Now he's at 39. So Brendan is still incognito. And I'm going to be, talking about this shit. But Suits literally just goes up to Janito again. But then I'm going to just read off more of what Suits said on his community post. Then Suits says on his community post, Janito, if you enjoy uploading on YouTube, then sure, that's fine for you to stay on YouTube. Janito, what you fail to understand is that that naturally any person that can criticize you, naturally any person can criticize you when they want and however many times that he or she wants, if it's necessary, proven valid points. And also, Janito, again, people criticizing is not disrespect. I agree with that. Criticism is not disrespect. What is disrespect is basically what I find as disrespect is basically if you're going after someone and you basically just go after them over and over and over, then I'd say that is disrespectful because you might not have proof by that point. But with me back then, yeah, I did something similar with Suits, but I learned from that, and then Suits literally just went after me when this whole drama that started in October started, when this drama that happened that started in October, when that started, it's when I said I was wanting to be friends with Brendan again, I said that I was basically wanting to be friends with Brendan again. And then in a stream that happened, that stream happened on the 14th. Then on the 15th, I basically Suits came onto my stream and basically just asked me if I was okay with being friends with Brendan again. But then I said I was wanting to, and that's what sparked that up. And then I had my reason at the beginning, And I'm using that as an example. But I had my reason in the beginning to go after Suits then. And then it died down a little bit. And then I saw clips. And I added clips back on Discord after not speaking to her for months. And then when Suits went after Eclipse randomly, I had my reason to go after him again, which was to defend Eclipse. And Eclipse is my girlfriend now. So clearly, now I have a reason to defend her is because she's my girlfriend. So clearly, this is what it is. But, literally, from my perspective, just seeing it, it's like, both Brennan and Janito would be like basically if I definitely feel like Brennan and Janito would be like that fucked up couple that like they just join in whenever someone else is dealing with drama and they were willing to help that person out, but whenever drama goes onto them, they just go and fucking run away. In Brennan's case, he fucking disappears and deletes all his content, while Janito basically just baits that she's gonna quit. And it's like, that's just fucking nuts. And then, you know, it's like I don't speak to Jackson anymore because he blocked me. Because apparently of the stuff I did. Because let me actually look at the message that Jackson actually sent me. Here we go. Okay. So Jackson actually texted me March 11th, which was 6 days ago by this point, saying, "Hey, Joe, I'm going to be completely honest with you for a moment. I think it's better if I move on from you. Joe, I had some great time to do over the last 4.5 years, but after some stuff you did over the last couple of months, I think it's better that I move on from you." Meaning from October to now. And then, and it also says, which includes Aiden's thing, which Aiden made Eclipse uncomfortable, and then Aiden also made Chris's girlfriend Mel uncomfortable, and that's and then and the reason I went after him was because of Eclipse. It was because of Aiden making Eclipse uncomfortable, but I haven't really said much about him since then. And then he said having nudity showing on your stream and not deleting it. That stuff was sent by another guy. But the nudity stuff, I was actually streaming and like one time, and then some other guy showed nudity, and I diverted the screen away to have it not show. And surprisingly, YouTube didn't flag it, so clearly, they didn't see it as like a big deal or whatever. And then he said, the Suits drama all over again. Not really all over again. I'd say as like a part 2 to what happened years ago. And literally, the whole reason why that even happened in the first place was because of me saying I wanted to be friends with Brennan again. Me wanting to and knowing about what he did. I'm not even wanting to be friends with him at this point because he's a fucking retard. And then he also says not to mention the whole gaming TDMX thing too. I haven't spoken to Gaming TDMX since really since the stream he came on to say something to me. But yeah, I don't know why Jackson just did that. I don't know why he decided to just randomly block me. Because I don't see why he would. But I'm just gonna throw the water over there. Okay. But really though, it's like, really the last couple of months has been extremely crazy, and it's like I wish that this could have been better. Like, I wish this would have played out completely different to how I expected it to go. Like, I really wanted this to play out differently. Like, you know, but, you know, with everything that happened between me and Suits, me and Suits are still having beef with each other because it's, you know, it's like whatever. But I'm gonna just say this. I know Chris may be watching later, and if he does see this at some point, and sees this bit, then of course I want him to message me if he has a issue with what I say here. But uh, but if uh, if Suits, Aiden, or anyone that is against me goes after my girlfriend or says something mean towards her, trying to get her to respond or trying to provoke me, no matter what's going on, if Eclipse if Eclipse says something about someone, if Eclipse says that someone's bothering her or whatever, I'll look into it. But if Suits or Aiden, mainly those two, but if Suits and or Aiden, or maybe both, but if one of the two, what am I trying to say here? But I'm just gonna say this: if Suits and Aiden decide to say something about my girlfriend Eclipse, I will not hesitate to fucking say something towards him. I won't hesitate to say something towards them, because Eclipse is my girl. I don't care what anyone says. Eclipse is my girl. Me and her understand each other, and whether anyone likes it or not, I'm gonna do what I feel like is necessary to defend my girlfriend. And if Eclipse wants me to stop with all that, then she can specifically tell me. And and I promise that I don't promise this, but I will make sure that if anything goes down between, if Suits says something about Eclipse that is very disrespectful towards her, I will not hesitate to come in and say something about him. And that goes with Aiden too. And if Brendan even wants to come back into talking to me or Eclipse again, then I will make sure that that literally anyone I will make sure that Brendan understands what the fuck he just like got himself into. But I'm gonna actually move this over here. Eclipse said here, there's no way in fucking hell I'm gonna let them talk smack on me. They can say what they want to say, but I'm not really gonna give a shit, and it's gonna be better anyway. And it never gets better anyway. Yeah, which is why I'm saying that anything that goes down between, if I swear to God, Aiden I can handle, because I can easily just throw some insults towards him. But with Suits, if Suits says something, I swear this is gonna end up being like a fucking World War III between me and him. Because this is the second battle now that's ended. It's ended. And I'm not trying to spark anything up, and I'm not trying to. I'm just saying that if Suits and or Aiden say something completely disrespectful towards my girlfriend, Eclipse, I will not hesitate to fucking go after him. I will not hesitate. And, whatever Chris wants to do with his girlfriend is none of my business. I feel like Chris would do something similar in a certain way. But and believe me, I don't like being in drama like anyone else. I do not like being involved in drama. But when it comes to Eclipse, me and her are knit tight, and I don't want her to go through hell just because of some online douchebag. I'd rather, and I've said this before. I'm gonna say it again. I would much rather take the fucking heat and deal with that fucking shit. I would much rather have that than to fucking have my girlfriend suffer through that emotionally. And uh no matter if I'm even trying to or not, I'm not here to cause shit. I'm not here to accuse anyone of anything. I'm just speaking what's on my mind. I'm speaking uh what I decide to talk about. I want to be on YouTube and be able to speak on what's on my mind and basically just get it off my chest. And that's why I have my own website, because I can use my website as a place to where I can basically just do whatever I want. That's why I created the website. I didn't create YouTube, but I created a website of my own to where I can be free to do whatever the fuck I want. Like, Eclipse said, I don't like drama either, and it was very unnecessary for him to drag me into the drama in the first place when I first came back to you. Yeah. And, hold on, I'm gonna go onto YouTube. I'm gonna actually see, because I don't know if Suits has said anything, but I don't care. Well, in some ways I do, because I don't give a shit what he has to say about me, because clearly he's just gonna make up the same fucking insults for me every single goddamn time. But with Eclipse, nah, I ain't fucking dealing with that shit. Like, there's no way in hell I'm gonna let Suits just bully my girlfriend. Like, Jesus Christ. So far, not anything. He's streaming tomorrow, but, yeah. Eclipse just said I ain't gonna let it slide. Yeah, I ain't gonna let it slide. I'm not gonna. And I swear to God, I mean it too, but I swear to God, if Suits says something about Eclipse, or, you know what, I'm just gonna fucking say it. If Eclipse, yeah, but, okay, I swear to God, if Suits just randomly goes after Eclipse and starts saying shit that isn't true, or starts saying shit about me that isn't true, I'm gonna fucking go after him. I'm done. I'm done. Like, I literally, no, I don't fucking care anymore. I would much rather, but then I know there's gonna be people saying, Joe, you don't antagonize it. You don't wanna, like, get into shit. Well, I do appreciate that people are wanting to not have me get into shit I shouldn't get into. But, and just ignore it. But this guy, I've had drama with this guy before. I've had some shit. It's like I have not spoken about anything. I have not said anything to her about up until this stream. I think the last time I said something about him. Hold on, I'm gonna go into YouTube Studio, but I think the last time I said something about this, I know I briefly mentioned Suits in a couple of streams, but Suits basically just always brings me up in every single one of his streams. Like, it's been since, I think it's been since February, well, I think the main drama between me and Suits that happened ended sometime in January or sometime in February, but it's now March. And it's like, you know, and that was that. I never really mentioned Suits after that until like whenever I stopped, the whole thing with him. And he just kept bringing me up. Like he always kept throwing insults. He kept throwing insults at the clips. He kept throwing insults at me. He didn't do streams on it, but every stream I saw that he was on, he'd always insult, like just right there. And it's like I just don't like that he's in. And the fact of the matter is, I can't get him on. I'm never gonna be able to get him onto a stream, ever. I'm never gonna be able to speak to the guy again because clearly he doesn't ever want to speak to me again. Because he doesn't want to waste his time talking to me. But literally, he says he doesn't want to, but clearly he's wasting his time talking about me. Like, fucking move on. Like, if you're gonna talk about me, at least just briefly mention me. Don't make it like extremely long. That's what I gotta say. And the only reason why I'm even talking about this in the first place, I was mainly gonna talk about Janito, but then they just speared off into another conversation. And I proved Janito wrong because Janito said I'd never get a girlfriend. I got Klep as a girlfriend. So that just shows that I got a girlfriend. And but literally with this I just don't like when people randomly bring up my, like, if Suits randomly decides to bring up my girlfriend in the stream or does a whole stream about her, I'm not gonna hesitate. Like, I'm not gonna hesitate to I'm never gonna hesitate. Like, if Eclipse sees something that I don't, like, if Suits does a stream that she sees and then says something to me about it, I'll watch it, and about if either Aiden or Suits bring her up, I'm gonna basically just watch it and basically just say my opinion about it and whatever. But Suits is a fucking 39-year-old guy messing with a fucking 19-year-old who, like, I'm literally 20 years younger than Suits. I'm 20 years younger. And yet but Suits is really messing with a 19-year-old. someone who's 20 years older than, not 20 years, 20 years younger than he is. Like, literally, Sis was born on the 21st. He's 39 now. So he was born in the 80s. So I was born in the 2000s. But it's like, if Suits is going to mess with someone 2 decades older, then he better expect that person to fight back. It's like Suits, like anytime drama goes on, like anytime Suits gets involved in drama, he always decides to talk shit on that person. But what Suits should understand is that if he keeps doing that, then at some point, someone similar to me will end up fighting back. Luigi Gamer 321. Hi. But yeah. Basically, Suits should keep his fucking undies prepared because Suits will if Suits keeps talking shit about people, whether he was told all the information or not, if he talks shit on someone, he better he better be ready in case that person decides to come back towards him. Like basically fight back against him. And I'm a prime example of that because Suits really fucked with me once. Like Suits really fucked with me like back in October. He screwed with me, and then after he screwed with me, I fought back. So if anything, he should definitely be prepared for in case like someone like me that could like just go fucking at him and just attack. Like literally, he should keep his undies prepared. But what you need, but the same can't be said about Brendan or Janito because both Brendan and Janito, they both like cower whenever drama is put onto them. And well, Brendan literally just fucking deletes his content. It's like that just shows how much of a fucking pussy that man is. Because literally, Brendan can't face his fucking actions. It's like literally, Brendan goes incognito when drama goes on to him. But then he's willing to join in on other drama. Like, that's just fucked up. And with Janito, she basically baited that she was going to quit. But then she didn't quit. Like, Jesus Christ. So, Eclipse said, he better keep me and my mom's name out of his mouth, mainly me, but... And he says, mainly me, but he better watch how he talks about my mom, because I don't play when it comes to my family. If he brings her or my dad up, I swear to fucking God, I'm gonna lose my goddamn mind. Yeah. You know what? If Suits brings up my family again, that's when I'll say something too. If Suits just randomly brings up my family and just insults them for no goddamn reason, then that is when I'll say something too. Like, so literally, Clips and my family. Those are the only two types of people. Those are the only two reasons why I would ever go after Suits. But besides that, I am not going to go after him. I don't want to. I don't need to. And with Aiden, if he starts shit up again, then like by just saying or do something towards Eclipse, or if the same reasons I would go after Suits is the same reasons I'd go after anybody. And if they start shit with me, I'm going after them. I don't care. No matter how long it fucking takes, I'm gonna end up. I'm gonna go until I decide to stop. Because I ain't gonna fucking back down. Ever. If I get tired of it, I will. I'll back down. Anyways, my parents are older than Suits, and my dad doesn't fucking play when it comes to me getting shit on. Yeah, I bet. And with me, my dad just doesn't give a shit. It's like my dad, my dad just lets me handle my own shit. He just lets me handle my own, like, you know, and he gives me advice here and there. Okay, let me actually go on Discord. Gonna. Oh, they're doing Among Us. Okay, let me actually go to my alt account. I'm actually gonna go to one of my alt accounts, or my main alt account that I have. Rich chat. Yeah, they haven't said anything in about 12 minutes. And then there's the broke chat. You know, it. You know what? If Suits wants to fucking speak with me, I want to do it just a one-time thing. I don't care. I want to just have it be a one-time thing, and then just to get our differences settled, and you know, and I'm not gonna pay him any amount of money. I just want him to, like, mainly I just want what I want to happen is if Suits is wanting to speak to me, which I know he fucking won't because I know he's stubborn like that. Suits doesn't want to speak with anybody unless it benefits him. But if Suits is wanting to speak with me, then he better set up a fucking time and day for it to happen. That we're both free. And literally during that stream we're gonna honestly just go all out. We're gonna let our emotions out. And but the fact of the matter is, if he doesn't bring anyone in, I won't bring anyone in. That's my rule. If he won't, if he's gonna, if he won't bring anyone, if he won't bring anyone in, I won't bring anyone in. But he can't even have his friend Wyatt be there either. Like, not on the side listening, not anywhere like on that. Just on, like, just me and him. Just me and Suits. None of his goons. It's like no one from no one that from each party is going to end up going in there. Just me and him. And if he chooses to have Wyatt on the side, then then if he chooses just to have Wyatt on his side, basically just on a separate thing, then I'm gonna do the same thing. That's what I'm gonna do. That's if it happens. But we all know it ain't gonna happen because Suits is a stubborn piece of shit. And Yeah, okay. But if anything, I'd rather just speak to the guy. And you know what? With Suits, I'd rather just speak to the guy, get our shit like done and over with, and then we're good. And then whatever. But I know he ain't gonna do it, so I better not. Because he said he wanted to, then he backed down from it. He said he was wanting to do it, but then he did another thing. So that basically hypocritical of him to do that. He'll say he's not a hypocrite, but that just shows he is, and he's just scared to fucking go like just work things out and just because if he's want me to not speak about him, then I'll continue briefly mentioning him in some streams, and mainly just doing stuff like this, but unless me and Suits work something out, this is how it's going to be. I'll continue to briefly mention him. I'll continue to somewhat not talk about him per se, but like I'd say, I just say that if he wants this whole thing between me and him to end, then he better find a good day and time to talk to me, and then me and him can work our shit out. And it'd be on my channel because I know and then it'd be basically just me, two grown men just talking shit out. I know he ain't gonna fucking do that. And after this, I'm gonna be just seeing what goes on, like after this. But that's it for me. I'm done with this stream. Thank you guys so much for watching, and yeah, I will talk to you guys later. Bye, guys.